a protagonist, like a ladka or ladki mein love in a movie is essential. Love ke bina movie nahi ban sakti. In Bollywood, I feel this is so, har movie mein there is love. Even if you see like Kahani mein, you showed कि the police officer was getting attracted. वो नहीं होता तो भी movie चलती. Maybe pity.
You know,
so like, yeah, why?
Okay, it's a very good question to which I have no answer. Okay, but however, having said that, and what we were all trying to say, you see, we do not know what is right, what is wrong. Okay? And I think as a filmmaker, every time we make a film, we put our head on the block. And it's up to you, the audience, to let us live and go and make another film, or to chop our head off and say, go back to where you came from. Okay, so there's no right or wrong. Love is very good because it's an emotion we all identify with, whether it's between a boy and a girl, or a parent and a son, or a brother or a sister, or whatever, a girl and a girl, whatever. And I think it's something easy to portray on film, and hence we do it. I mean, there's no reason, there is no scientific, love bina picture nahi banega, or love has to be in every film. Like Ayan keeps saying, you know, it's a big world. So eventually you'll see films where there is no love, and then you must see it.
I am waiting for a Bollywood movie like this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, there's that gentleman at the extreme who's been threatening me with one question. So.
No, only because I had the mic, you know, and I, you know, and I, you know, I'm next to her, so, you remember her? No, I'm not a movie buff. I've just watched Imtiaz's Jab We Met. My question to the young panel here, the custodians of, let's say, the future of Bollywood. Are you aware, is it in your mindscape that boy meets girl is one possible permutation that you could write things about, you know, heterosexual love story? In today's day and age, there might be 4 or 5 permutations and combinations, you know, that you could exercise when you sit down and write or try to write original stuff, you know. So, you know, there's same sex, there's, you know, whatever, you know, so, you know, that's my question. So why aren't those stories being told, you know?
Can I answer that? I think Ayan has already said it's his story, he wants to, that's his life, that's his film. So I'm assuming there are a lot of stories waiting to be told. Sujoy has his own story to tell, Nikhil has his own story to tell. So, I mean, each of us has about 100 stories, but at any given time, maybe 5 actually see fruition. So that's exactly what I think Ayan said, whether Wake Up Sid, he had his own story to tell, or with Ye Jawani, Ye Diwani, he had his own story to tell. So every filmmaker is a product of his times, his circumstances, his value system, and that's the story he has to tell, which is what I think is an answer to your question. One last question, please. I'll just ask the panelists. Are you all in a tearing hurry? There are about 5 people who want to ask you questions. All right. We'll take a few more questions. The gentleman with the bowler hat.
Bowler hat?
Bowler hat?
Bowler hat thodi hai. Is that a bowler
Hello.
hat?
I just wanted to ask, you know, in most of the movies, the new movies, the protagonist is shown as a rebel. But I feel even today, we are not ready to accept the male protagonist or the female protagonist when they do something bad or more in a gray shade. I mean, basically, if they are shown more of a loser. So why do you think is that happening, and is there a future for that? For example, heroine, at the end of the movie, she's shown making an MMS. So it could be termed that she was, you know, hovering in the black area. So that's why probably the movie didn't work out. Or even in Break Ke Baad, Imran Khan was shown as a dominated boyfriend. And that movie didn't work. And you know that in reality it happens. So why are we, as a society, not ready to accept that part of the protagonist?
Yeah, I think you've given 2 examples of films that were bad films. Yeah. I think that's why they didn't work. One. Okay? Go for it, Nikhil, the second.
Yeah, both the examples you've given, for whatever reason, they were films which are bad films, right? Ranjana has made a huge, is a massive hit. It's about a loser boy. Ashiki, I'm only talking about love stories, right? Is a massive hit. It's about a boy. He may be a this thing, but he's a loser in love. And he is a very horrible character if you see the film. He's completely horrible to her. He's ruining her life. He's self-centered. He's self-obsessed. But, everybody, that's a massive hit. So, I think that, in fact, every time, literally, if you look back, love stories that work are of losers. Underdogs work. Because you want that underdog to overcome all the odds and overcome the problems and become a lover and become a winner in love. That's the reason why films work. Love stories work.
There's one more thing I'd like to add. I'd like to add this, corroborating Ayan's point, that for the same themes that Nikhil was speaking about, that these movies were a big hits, I'm sure that with the same themes, there have been movies that have also been flops. Right? So let's understand that it's not only the idea of the story that you have to do to make the movie a successful one. There are other things. You've got to make it well. So oftentimes, just for discussion, we say that in that movie there was this relationship with an older woman and that's why it didn't work. But some other movie did work for the same theme. So don't look at it only in terms of the story concept.
Bollywood, pyar is not the only con job in Bollywood. There are lots of other things that are happening. Yeah. Date of release, when to release, how to market, what should the promo look like. Lots of other things are there.
The guy in the red t-shirt, extreme.
You should identify the next asker before.
There are 84 people raising their hands.
Yeah,
quickly. So my question is basically for Ayan and Imtiaz. Just a thought. If I'm wrong, just let me know, please. But do you think the films which are being made in the recent years and everything, subconsciously we are feeding the youngsters' minds of like everything is good looking, everything is perfect, the one who you love is good looking. Like people today, most of them who I observe, they are not actually falling in love, but they are like they get attracted to someone. Okay, we will look good together. Like he looks like Ranbir, he looks like so and so. Like girls who are the internet generation right now, they're not.
I get you. This is not only in this generation.
Okay.
All generations have had this thing that I want to look like Dilip Kumar or Rishi Kapoor or Devanand.
And more than like our pairing will look good, rather than really falling in love and knowing each other, they get attracted ki, okay, we'll look good together as a couple. And so somewhere looking at films and, okay, this is it. And everyone is just, so do you think films are impacting and will impact the generation who's just growing up with internet and the films? There's no deeper meaning.
I'm sure they will impact. I hope that they impact the generation that is coming and is growing up, but not necessarily in a negative way. We are not necessarily giving these false idols. Freshly. It's been happening over a period of time, and the grouses have all been the same.
Okay.
There's also like an entertainment value to movies, you know. I like watching good-looking people in cinema, right? Yeah. Actors, actresses. I also feel like, you know, we've gone on a little bit about this like responsibility of the filmmaker. And I want to say that at some level, you know, I was hearing everyone talk about that a little bit. At where I am in my life, at some level, I feel only partially, you know, beholden to that kind of thing. Everything at some level is political, and you know, everything that we look at, you know, relationships, boy, girl, why does Deepika look like, why does she have glasses, then why does she become beautiful? There's always a lens with which you look at all of this stuff. Everything you do in cinema in some way is political. So I feel that, you know, in this, cinema is a commercial art form at the end of the day, and in some way we have to, you know, be free of certain kind of like responsibility as well. We have to be free to, you know, express ourselves, and cinema should be subversive. It should, you know, if like it has some like morality that people don't like, they should reject it. That's the point of film, you know, in some way.
I agree with you, sorry, but one point I want to say is like, as the children who are growing right now, everything what we were, I'm the 90s kid, and we had some values and some feelings which were connected and kept me rooted. But right now, it's just going, and you guys are responsible of like really getting them, of understanding the real values. Because the filmmakers also like, okay, commercial, but then somewhere a line has to be drawn, and somewhere like people should know what it was, the real values, and somewhere, I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like just using the commercial thing, then nowhere. Then internet is also full of that, films also full of that, you lost it. The generation's lost it.
I hear you, and I'm sure like there are filmmakers who, you know, like would really buy into that. But personally, I don't feel like any kind of messiah at this point while making a movie. I don't feel like at all that, you know, films are like little life lessons that I need to hand out to people. For me, like, it's, you know, just a personal expression, and it's like, you know, come, like, take in what you can from this experience, and that's about it.
Okay. Just one more question. Sorry, Nikhil, getting irritated. But I'm saying, will there a time ever come that economics will be designed to suit films? Like right now, only films are being designed to suit the economics of the current thing. Will there a time come that film art will be taken upper than the economic side of it? Or will it continue like this? Like films will have 6 songs to suit the economics?
You know, I mean, in some way I feel you're reducing, like my last film had 6 songs. And in some way, like I feel like you're reducing, you know, the work that went into that film by saying that, you know, that was done just for some kind of like commercial gain or something. So I don't really want to defend myself, and I don't have an answer to your question, really. But I don't think that like there's such a strong tailoring of films for, you know, economic purposes. I think it's both sort of things go hand in hand a little bit. Yeah. I don't know, yeah. You know.
Okay, on the second row, the guy in the green t-shirt.
Hi, I wanted to ask every one of you that do you need to really fall in love to write about love? And how much of your love story comes in the movie, or do we see in the movies?
I think Imtiaz should take that.
I was telling him before we walked in that he's like the mascot of love stories in India today. So you should take that.
I'm just the most obvious one. The others are more dangerous. So you're asking whether you have to fall in love in order to show a love story. I don't know. I don't know.
And how much of your life or your love story comes into the
Personally, I try my best to not let anything from my life and the experiences of my love story come into my films, because it is my earnest endeavor to make my films entertaining. But I find sometimes that people, you know, point out certain instances that, you know, they've seen in my life, etc. So I apologize for that. The first part of the question I'm kind of deliberately avoiding because I really don't have an answer for that.
But most of you guys say that the movies you make are inspired from your own lives or an expression of what you have seen or felt.
Or an expression of what you've not seen in your life.
Thank you.
On the first row.
Sir, I watched Rockstar more than 50 times, and I really mean it. And my question
is there a doctor in the house?
Sir. And after watching it more than 50 times, I realized that love and pain are interrelated. So what's your view about it?
I'm as lost and confused as you are. This is not a funny answer. The way you feel, I feel the same way. I don't know any better. I'm older than you. Yes. Perhaps I've seen more life than you. Yes. But that's about the only difference, boss.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay, the gentleman behind. Yeah.
Hi, Imtiaz. This question is for you. Just want to know from you. I mean, and don't give me a politically correct answer, which I'm sure you will not do. why do great films like Ship of Theseus do not get a critical mass in India in spite of being promoted by maybe Kiran Rao and, I mean, big production house and big people in the Bollywood? I'm sure you all agree that Ship of Theseus is one of the outstanding films that we had this year.
I have not seen it. I'm sorry. Anybody else can answer that?
Yeah, I'll just add to it.
Sujoy can answer.
It didn't have a love story.
Yeah. No, it had a love story. It had a love story. The blind photographer.
Yeah,
and
so,
so your question was like, let's not look down upon all our successful film. Great. I mean, a lot of trash movies have made 200 crores rupees. And that's great. I mean, we are happy for that because industry has to grow and, you know, the business has to run and stuff like that. But why do great movies like, which can give us a critical acclaim all over the globe? And, you know, I'm not talking of all in movie winning Oscars and stuff like that. I mean, what Bollywood should do to promote such movies? My question may sound a little, yeah.
Sir, I just have one issue. I strongly refuse to believe in things like trash movies and good movies and all that, right? I mean, we cannot just categorize film like that. I'm sure if, you know...
Okay, please ignore the word trash from my entire statement because let's not get away from that.
I don't think it's fair to just categorize film saying this is trash, this is good. I mean, why Ship of This is good?
See, the point is that
because you think it's good, right?
Yeah, it is subjective.
It's very subjective. That's what I'm trying to say. So you cannot undermine other audience who may think other films are good.
Like, as sure as you are, and I've not seen Ship of Theseus, I'm sure all my friends have said it's a brilliant film, I'm sure it is. But taking that as an example, you think that it is a very good film and a movie X is trash. But that movie X, which has made a lot of money, has done so because a lot of people like you hold that opinion about that movie. So it is a very transparent medium. We can all kid ourselves to feel that we know what true cinema is and what we like is actually what is the universal right. But that's not necessarily true. It is very democratic. More people see a particular movie and like it in the same way that you like a particular film. So it's not that you're going to, you know, be elitist about your choices.
Just allow me one more chance. I guess I couldn't communicate in the manner that I wanted it to do. So I'm taking my statement back that I said trash movies have made 200 crores. They were great movies. They made 200 crores. They should have made, let's say, 1,000 crores. But my question is very simple. Allow me to complete. Okay, I'm not even taking the example of Ship of Theseus. I'm not a great movie learned guy. There would be many other great movies which our country make and which probably if we showcase to the world, it will add to our soft power. It will add to the great intellectual capacity which great film directors like you deserve and have. So I'm saying, can we do something? Can industry as a whole, or can there be some mechanism, plan of action, to use the corporate term, to promote such films and to...
5 years ago, you would not even have heard of a film called Ship of Theseus. 5 years ago, you would not have heard of a film called Ship of Theseus. You heard of it this year. It released on July 19th, I know, because it released by D-Day. And I was very upset because lots of people were going to see that film. But thanks to Kiran Rao, thanks to UTV, thanks to a lot of people who are from the contemporary filmmakers in Bollywood, you are seeing films like Ship of Theseus and Lunchbox, and now what Imtiaz had done. We are aware of that there is a need to bring quality, let's put it, a certain quality of cinema into the theaters, and we are doing it. So the studios are backing us. Everybody, we are also aware of it, and that's why you're watching those films.
Thank you, gentlemen, for being a wonderful, proactive audience and asking some superb questions. I think the MC wants to announce something.
So, I'm really sorry, we're out of time. But what I can do is...
his last question. He's been desperate for the last 20 minutes.
I've been sitting around the floor waiting for you to get over, but nevertheless.
It is more like an opportunity that I'm taking to thank you, all of you, for providing all of us with kind of cinemas that you've been making. And that is one thing, a bit of question. The kind of movie that you have made with Wake Up Sid, that is a younger guy falling for a bit older woman. There was another movie, Chinikam, in which 30 plus woman falls for a 60 plus man. Do you think there is a scope as far as, because Ayan has been, and Ayan Imtiaz both my question is to you, do you see any probability of a movie where a 30-plus guy falls for maybe 50-plus or 60-plus movie, and do you think like that kind of thing? 30-plus guy falling for a maybe that kind of thing.
Who's the woman, man?
Well, it's not my case as such.
Oh, it's not. Oh, I just thought that it might be your case.
I'm presently married with a baby girl, so let's keep it that out. But just think that came in again. But
I'm
okay,
sure
since you are asking,
since
you are asking this question, who's the woman? It was probably that came to my mind because of a real life scenario about a Bollywood incidents. So that is where I'll just stop. That was heard, so I will not stop that. Anyway.
No, all kinds of movies can be made. I'm sure there are people, as Ayan said, who are there to make different kinds of movies. We can only make a limited number. We can't make all movies.
It's not about you, but